You've been lied to your entire life. Ye are gods. There's a great spiritual awakening that's hitting the world right now. And once you transition your frequency to what's inside and you realize who you truthfully are, in the past few years, there's been a lot of pain that people have experienced. Experiencing this pain, realizing that the world was fake. And then you had an epiphany of what really matters in life. There are many people tuned in to this podcast today from around the world, and you know what truthfully matters, what truthfully is important in life. Let go of the world. The matrix reality that has been siphoning your energy. You went through a process over the past few years, the ascension process, to receive lost fractals of your soul. When you look out into the world today, you could say to yourself, you know what? There are people that are spiritually lost. Nothing is sacred anymore. The only thing that is sacred is you, your soul, your spirit, family, love. Not materialistic things. And you saw that the world was backwards. As you continue to receive lost fractals of your soul's essence, you have the ability to now shift from that robotic NPC mode to creator mode. There are people that are tuned into this today. You're listening in, and you can go out into the world on TV, on social media, and you say, no one's actually giving us any tangible solutions. What do we actually do? Today, we learn that each and every one of us have the ability to end the world. And I'm going to teach you this in the most powerful lesson that you've ever had. Each and every one of us have the ability to end the world. There is a battle. Today, I will be leading each and every one of you into this battle. Yeah, I'm leading you into battle today. And the battle lies within the subconscious. Your subconscious was created by other people. It was given to you since you were born. You were given lies. You were given programs since you were born. How you doing? And all of a sudden, you started to break free from these programs. All of a sudden, you said, wait a minute, something's wrong in the world. And you, the person that's getting this message, the superhero that's inside of you, began to awaken. A lot of people, they see how our most vulnerable is being treated. There's an old school quote, a society is judged by how they treat their most vulnerable. And how are the most vulnerable of our society been treated? You are a man of principle. You are a woman of honor in a world full of programmed individuals that just go along like sheep. You are the lions. You are the lionesses. That's why you resonate. That's why you're here today. Today we go into battle. Are you ready? You could click the like button because we're headed into battle. Today, each and every one of us can collapse the world, the reality that we're in. There is nothing outside of you. The reality that you're experiencing is coming from your subconscious, and each and every one of us were given the programs to create the matrix construct. All of us were creating a matrix construct, and this construct collapses today. You become a creator. You will have your great spiritual awakening today. But you must go into battle. This might be the greatest lesson of our everyday lives. Hernan Cortez, Commander General. Cortez led an expedition that caused the fall of the Aztec Empire. He took his men, and they were a small group, up against the great mighty Aztec Empire. The rational mind said success wasn't possible. Your rational mind, you could look at the people that are awake and you could say to yourself, success isn't possible in the rational mind. The men were scared, going up against the Aztec Empire. Their energy was divided. As retreat was possible, the men can either advance and keep going into battle, or they could go to their escape route. Commander Cortez ordered to destroy the ships, to burn the boats. When retreat was removed, all energy is consolidated towards a single outcome. In our lives, we see a lot of distractions on TV, on social media. We're scared. We're programmed. But once you get this inner shift, and when all energy is consolidated towards a single outcome, success, to succeed, is the only option. When you eliminate all other options, when you know, warning, there is no turning back. Once you have your great spiritual awakening, once you have ascended, once you have received the lost fractals of your soul, and you have realized that ye are gods, what was possible moves to inevitable. Today we learn the importance of the great awakening that is hitting the world. Together, we push this message forward to teach other people. Absolute commitment creates an impression on the subconscious mind so strong that finally the subconscious must comply. There are people that are tuned in, and your life has been on a loop, and you went through programs of lack and limitation that, you know, the evil people or the wrong people get ahead in life. All of these wrong programs will fall. But you have to, each and every one of us collectively today, without fear, we're not going back. We have burnt the boats because we've had a great spiritual awakening where we have retrieved lost fractals of our soul. It's been scattered amongst the universe, and there's many people that are tuned in the past few years. You were retrieving lost fractals of your soul, and you're not giving your power to the external authority. No. There is only the internal authority, the I am presence. There is the battle of frequencies. There is a frequency, and this is the greatest battle of your life. defeat the previous version of yourself. You must defeat the previous version of your concept of the world. We talked about this the other day. You have a concept of the world. That concept must be burnt. Burn it down right now, light warriors, because that resides in your subconscious. And collectively today, we have to understand that ye are gods, we are the creators, and there is that Holy Spirit fire that will ignite inside of you. A lot of people, I see this as we go through this great spiritual awakening. They see a lot of nonsense on social media, on the TV, with no actual tangible solutions for our people. Today, in this message, I deliver the lesson that could change millions of lives. Real tangible solutions that we could do the work, come together, and finally collapse the matrix. You were taught, you were programmed to wait for Jesus to return, not to become what he was. You're sitting at tables you were supposed to flip, kid. There are a lot of programs of the world, half-truths of the world. And half-truths are cool. They're cool, bro. Half-truths are cool. But those half-truths, it's going to keep you in that loop, right? It's going to keep you in that loop. There are so many people that are tuned in live right now, right, as we're delivering this message today. And you might hear this, you say, you know what, my life has been on loop. It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. And we're seeing it collectively in the world. You could see it on the TV. Wait a second, it's the same thing. It's the same loop. It's coming from the subconscious. And all of those half-truths that you were given, they're becoming your reality that has locked you into that matrix. Today, you're going to realize your worth. Today, you realize that you're worthy. And until you reach that frequency, your reality will continue to loop. And there has to be something that you will stand for. Because if you don't stand for something, kid, you will fall for anything. Today we go into battle. This is an internal decision. All of these things are an internal decision. None of them are on the outside. If you're waiting for someone to save you, if you're waiting for things to be done, they will never happen. Because you will be in that perpetual state of waiting. You have to get this. I know each and every one of you are very nice people, just like me. Oh man, you were probably a people pleaser. Gotta be nice, right? But you have to tap in to the godlike abilities that you have inside. As Jesus said, I and the Father are one. And the energy of God, the reception comes through your DNA. As I and the Father are one. And there's people in the world that will gaslight you, and they're going to say it's blasphemy and so on and so forth. But there's going to be people that hear this message today as we're led into battle, into the subconscious. You have to realize today your worth. You have to realize today that nobody's coming to save you, so you better become the superhero. That was a tremendous motivational speech on this channel. If you haven't seen it, it's fire. You should check it out. You are no longer negotiating. You're not negotiating, you are commanding. I command reality. That's how you have to live. And this is how you activate the monad, the I am. There's nothing outside of you. And I lead by example. I lead you into battle. I practice what I preach. Some people, they tune into the podcast and they see the work that I do out on the front line. And sometimes in life, it is a quantum event, something that I've created, something that I did months ago. And today it goes full circle. And today we take back control of our everyday lives. You can't be in fear. Over the past few years, people began to have this great spiritual awakening, and they tried to push you back down, right? You started to wake up to your power. You started to wake up to your truth. But in the world, there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of guilt and shame placed upon you and others. You have to realize that you are worthy. You are no longer negotiating with your subconscious. You are commanding. And it takes a lot to do this. It's not easy. E. James, thank you so much for the super chat. E. James writes, you better get moving. No one is coming to save yours. I appreciate you, E. James. I appreciate there was a super chat earlier. I forgot. I'm very grateful. I was in the zone. I try to stay in the zone in this very powerful message today. If it's resonating, we're live. I appreciate if you click the like button, move this movement forward today. This is the truthful awakening journey. You will go out on social media. You will see things that painted a certain way. Again, taking the power and putting it outside of you. But today you have to become the light warrior. That's why we're light warriors. And the ideas that you have, just like Nikola Tesla, just like any great scientist, you take your ideas, your visions, and he got the ideas and visions. And then Tesla brought these ideas and visions as these experiments and these creations in our world. Free, whatever happened to the free energy? Where's the free energy? Right? Today, something has to spark. Something has to spark in your subconscious. We are being led into battle today. There are people in this world that are struggling to make ends meet. Meanwhile, they're taxed through the roof. Their energy, their currency is taken away. The most vulnerable of our society is suffering. And what is happening for our children? Anybody at all. Anybody. And constantly we loop and loop. But what we have to do is learn how to activate our truthful, godlike essence and become the creators. Because in that subconscious, in the background, this is also known as persecution implants. You might have lived through this on your journey. Persecution implants. You were gaslit at the workplace, so on and so on. You were held down. Today, you have to realize your true worth. And until you realize your true worth, the reality that you experience will never change. That's why I went out to the front line and I burnt the reality to the ground, because it's not even real. Do you understand what I'm saying today? The outer world is not real. It is always I am. I told you, I'll see you on the next timeline, kid. And here we are today. If you haven't, click subscribe to this channel. You really should. It's tremendous. Alexandria 8255, thank you so much for the super chat. Alexandria writes, to command is to receive respect. 888. Love to you, Michael, and everyone. I love you, Alexandria. I told you, Alexandria, and everyone that's part of this community, respect is the new currency. Respect is the new currency. Do you get me? Do you understand what this moment represents? Respect is the new currency. These are the things that you have to take into consideration. A lot of times in life, we're running off the subconscious. They said you had to have this type of job. You had to live this certain way, right? And just like hyenas, you are a lion or a lioness. But when you go one-on-one, right? When you go one-on-one, when you walk the walk, when you're connected to God, when you're connected to Source, one person is greater than 100,000 people. Do you understand? Do you understand the power that you have inside? There's no one there to stop you anymore. You were programmed in your mind. Today, we're going to see this across the world. You were programmed in your mind that there are things that are trying to stop you, but there's actually nothing out there because the reality has already collapsed. It resides in your subconscious. Today, we push this forward. Today, we awaken. Today, we activate what has lied dormant inside our DNA. Today, we reside in the subconscious mind. Do you get it? You can't change the world from the physical. You could only change the world from the spiritual. And that's why we're here today. You could only change the world at an energetic level. You could only change your everyday life from an energetic level. Physically in your life, and you could see little changes and stuff. And this is represented by, people that, they post things, they talk about it, but they don't be about it. Today, we are seeking millions of people that want to be about it. Today, we are seeking light warriors. You have to be a warrior. It's not an easy journey. It's not easy. This is what was represented over the past few years. This is why it got so intense, because if it didn't get so intense, you never would have let go. This was about letting go. Letting go is not something that is a bad thing. It's needed. You have to get real uncomfortable. It allows you to let go. It allows you to let go of the world. This world has to burn to the ground. Do you understand? You are projecting outwards from this sacred heart, from your subconscious, the world, the reality that you're in. It's not even real. But what has happened, that's why, because if you are a very strong and biblical person, it is not against flesh and blood. It's against principalities. These are things that reside in the subconscious minds of people. It was given to you. You didn't see the light of day. And then recently, you started to have a great spiritual awakening. How you doing? We all went through this. But there has to come a time. There has to be a quantum shift event that happens. It's a decision. It's a decision. We have to go into battle. The battle is in the subconscious mind. What is your relationship with the world? And again, you were given things, so it's really not your fault, but what we're doing today is getting deep into that subconscious. Is the world, are you projecting into the ether? Is this the world that's out to get you? Or are you the creator being of the world? Are you the victim? Are you the NPC? Are you the creator? Okay? Noah 555. I appreciate you, Noah. I appreciate at the holistic doctor today doing clean slate acupuncture. Oh, that's good stuff. Following Uncle Mike's advice Pray, my elderly mother. I love you. I love you as well, Noah. Yeah, I'm most vulnerable. It's so important. I love you, brother. You know, I remember the days when I would take care of my Nana years ago. And that's why, you know, when you think about your life and you were given programs of aging and so on and so forth, but now you have the new modalities, which I share on this channel. The new modalities. So we're not aging like they told you. So we're not falling apart. That's why you're going to have to get into the subconscious, because it's going to create, ready? It's going to create 95% of your life. And that's why, and that's actually why it's so difficult to break this loop. How many people are on this today or whenever you're getting it and you say, you know what? I'm going through this awakening and I still see the same stuff. Nothing's changing in the world. So that's why you have to take this lesson in today. You're going to have to do this inside today. You can't act out of fear. And you have to move forward. Just like how Commander Cortez ordered the destruction of the boats so that you cannot go back. The people were scared. The people divided their attention. Will they move forward, or are they going to go to their escape route to retreat because they knew, they felt that they were up against odds that the rational mind says it's not possible? That's the rational mind. That's not the love. That's not the heart chakra. Tiger Lily, I believe that was you before. I'm very grateful for you, Tiger Lily. Thank you. You were programmed. And certain things are painted a certain way. Ooh, it's a cool thing. But they're not practicing the word. The kingdom of God is within you. It's not coming. Nothing is coming. It's now. It's always now. It's always now. When's the time? It's now. Apollo Creed was right. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. It's now. We have to push this forward now. We have to move forward collectively now as a unit. Burn the boats and push it forward today. Understand this, because no one's coming to save you, so you better become the superhero. Anastasia, I'm very grateful for the super chat. Anastasia writes, no fear, be the warrior. This is the true spiritual awakening journey. We don't do spiritual bypassing here. I've done a full video on that. Oh, you had a spiritual awakening and you went out there and then you got trapped into a secondary matrix, right? Anybody? I'll just sip the tea like Kermit the Frog, because it's the truth. How many people? You could write it in the comments. You went into the secondary matrix. So each and every one of us have to realize this is the year of the fire horse. The horsemen of the apocalypse are here. Do you understand it now? The fire horse is here. The solar flash is here. It is now. And it is burning this reality to the ground. Look, the chat's blowing up right now. Are you pumped up? This is where you have to be, son. This is where you have to be. This is the fire horse. The reality burns to the ground. Rain fire is not a joke. Understand it. And guess what? It's going to affect you too. It affects all of us. But the fire is the purification. God wants us all to be purified so we have the best version of us to go forward in this world. You can't go back. You have to move forward. You burnt the boats. The escape routes are done. Other than that, what are we living for? Anybody. You can't live in fear. A man of principle cannot be moved. It's not my first rodeo. You have to live it. You can't negotiate with your subconscious. You need absolute commitment. This is, I'm just giving you the answer. This is why people fail. This is why society has failed. If you're ready for this great change right now, absolute commitment creates an impression so strong that your subconscious must finally comply. Your subconscious, this is new, abundance is new, freedom is new, a beautiful world for our children is new. So it's scary to the subconscious. You got to get mad, bro. You got to stay focused. And in order to move forward, you have to put an impression. You have to put an impression in your subconscious. I and the Father are one. You have to move in the image of God. Do you understand? You have to move in the image of God. We have to command. We have to lead. We have to go into battle. And you have to battle with the subconscious, because this is why it's always going to keep looping the same thing. But when you have absolute commitment, it's every day. Heck, it's our everyday lives. Look at that. It's every day. It's every day. And when you do this, finally, the subconscious must comply. Because where do you dwell? Where do I dwell? I live in my house. No. Where do you dwell? Yeah? Where do you dwell? And that voice in your head, the thoughts, that time period. Yeah. When that head hits the pillow at night, that window of time, that's going to tell you where you dwell. What is your relationship with the world? Who are you? Are you worthy? Are you worthy? Or are you a victim? Are you an NPC? Are you a creator? Where do you dwell? And from this is where the change that we want to see in the world comes from. Ashley Gold 444, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support. Year of the Fire Horse, are you ready to ride? I love it, Ashley. Horseman, are you ready to ride? It's the year of the Fire Horse. And the stuff that you have been planting, and I'm showing this today. Always remember, the seeds that you plant today will not bear fruit today. Start today, it's on a delay. It happens energetically before it manifests physically in the world, in your everyday life. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. There were many people that saw that moment when I was out there. And now we could go full circle. And now we understand, we understand. This is why you have to do things in the now moment. And then you feel the shift, right? But people never begin. People say, oh, I tried it for a day. I did it once. And that's not how this works. It has to be this one word. And I shared with the community, this is what we're going to be focused on, this one word this year. We're going to focus on it. You're going to study it. You're going to live it. It's embodiment. Embodiment. embodiment, and it's nothing else. There's nothing else in this world. There's nothing. In the world, there's a lot of spiritual bypassing that goes on. There are things that are tools. They're tools. And you will see people, ready? You will see people that are a caricature of real, actual spiritual leaders. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm speaking the truth, hit the like button. Hit it hard. Hit it hard, baby. You don't see real, actual spiritual leaders. You see people on social media that are caricatures of real, actual spiritual leaders. And when you start raising up your frequency, right, it's a triggering feeling to the fake. That's why you have to lead. You have to lead in truth. You have to have your North Star, your target. That's why when you focus on these basic things, a lot of people get swept away. There's a lot out there. There's a lot out there. I get it. The first step is going within. The first step is clearing the subconscious. The first step is preparing the body. This is all stuff I teach on a channel. You want to make this the best year of your life? You click subscribe. I appreciate it, and you'll be on this journey daily. Where do you dwell? I love it. I see it. And anyone, I'm getting the pulse of the society. I'm getting the pulse of the community. And there's a feeling right now. There's all this stuff that's being released in the world. And I see other people. And it's just the movement is going through the people right now. It's a great spiritual awakening. And people are waking up and they're saying, there's nothing happening. It's the same thing. So everyone has to put this inner energy. All of us collectively, it's called critical mass. Critical mass. And then, once we're broadcasting this energy, then and only then the matrix collapses. That's the only way. We must be led into battle. And we battle the subconscious, and we battle the previous version of ourself. We're not concerned about anything else. We're concerned about principalities. We are concerned about subconscious programs. And we get to the truth, and we stand on the platform. We stand with our feet planted firmly. And the reason why the house of cards are collapsing, it's all fake. I've shared this many times. And people don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. God is going to put you in the wilderness. And you might have to disappear for a bit of time, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. But there's going to be a window of time. It's going to be called the wilderness season with God, right? It's going to be called the wilderness season with God. A lot of people understand this, understand it. And people are going to say, people said, where's Michael? Where is he? Where is he? They couldn't find me, right? Because I was under the surface of the earth. I was down there in that hole. What is he doing now? He's got I had the hard hat on, right? Down there with God. What are you doing down there? I'm building a foundation that cannot be shook. There's a storm that's coming. There's a great shaking that's coming. And this earth, this world is going to be shook like never before. Because this is how God works. This is how it goes over and over again. You get a little tap. I think society has gotten taps, right? You get the little nudge. My father used to call it the dead leg when you're not listening. And if you still don't listen, if you're still not paying attention, if you're still doing the same loop, God is going to shake and shake and shake. And a great shaking is about to hit this earth like never before. You know how many solar flares have just popped off. It's not a coincidence. It is a synchronicity. Every Italian understands that, Ronnie. It's true. It's true. No, it's true. I can't stress this enough. Great parenting. So if you understand the main idea of today's lesson, it is about the subconscious. Great parenting is key. Years ago, I used to be a middle school teacher, science teacher in a public school. And I'm here to tell you, a lot of your subconscious programs, maybe it was given to you by bad parenting. It was given to you by teachers with their own problems, and they put their problems in your brain. This is how we save our children. Smash the heck out of the like button today. Mr. D is back to finish the job. I never stuttered. And I sat and I watched these children over the years, and I had to be a father figure for some of these children because this is a joke of society. A lot of people are worried about people on the TV. Well, actually, it's the people that are their own problem, the people that are lost. Children are not some type of bag, oh, it's cool, because all the modern crap that goes on. Anyone that wants to share this today, let the teacher teach today. This is how we save our children. The subconscious, birth to the age of 7 or 8. If you are getting these wrong, I appreciate the comment section blowing up right now. If you are given the wrong, there was a thing too as well in the Disney movies. They always had a death of a parent, all this trauma, and you're sitting there and you're 5 years old, and boom, there goes Bambi. These are things you have to understand better. I don't care if it's done one way, the other, silly. Okay, we have to understand the subconscious. We have to understand these things because you're an adult now, okay, or maybe you're a young person that is waking up early, and you are carrying the subconscious programs, and it's going to dictate 95% of your life. Today, we have a great spiritual awakening, and we get led into battle, and we have to battle these programs in the subconscious mind. We have to clear and remove them, and then, and only then, can we move forward. We got to be superheroes today. We got to be superheroes today. So I love each and every one of you. I hope that this message resonates with you. I know there's many people. I see more and more people that are awakening. It's really hitting you. You might be on. I say to people, some people have been awake since like 2001 and earlier, right? Once you awaken, right. Once you've burnt the boats, you can't go back. You can't go back to the Matrix reality, right? You can't have basic relationship anymore. Nah, you need a real divine feminine. You don't need the modern woman no more. You don't need the beta male divine feminine. You need the divine masculine. You need a real man. You need leadership in your life. Anyone that wants to comment, anyone that wants to push this forward, we have to realize that weak men created the tough times, and the tough times allowed the sons and the daughters of God to rise. Do you understand the moment? Do you feel the energy? We are led into battle today. You love it, right? So I appreciate you all. Relevant videos will pop up at the end if you're new to this journey. I appreciate if today's message resonated with you. You click the like button and click the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself, because that's what true spiritual awakening, and there's a great awakening that's happening around the world, and you have to realize your true power. You have to realize your true potential. You got to get strong. You can't be small. You got to speak, and I practice what I preach. You got to get to this place, and you don't care. You don't care about anything. Nothing's going to stop you. You got to move forward. This is the truthful spiritual journey, not the cream puff journey, not the basic level stuff. You got to dig deep. And this message will inspire you and lead you to the next version of yourself. The world ends today. That world that was out there, it was a construct. It was a construct of your brain. It was a construct of your subconscious. And to quantum shift, it's an internal decision. So you got to get motivated. You got to get strong. You got to be the light warrior. burn the boats, just keep going, period, the end. Because you can't go back. You can't go back, right? Anyone that has a spiritual awakening wants to comment. You can't go back. You can't put it back. You can't put it back in the box, right? I love you guys very much. I'm grateful for all of you. And we have Facebook, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. Check out the channel page. Check out these videos. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. Very meaningful video today. Share it out. Keep going, kid.